Three men had just done something unspeakable to what they thought was a lifeless woman, but to their shock she suddenly came back to life. His eyes were blank and lost, clearly unable to process what had just happened. The three men were stunned. They had taken advantage of an international celebrity, and once the truth got out, they would face public condemnation and the terrifying prospect of prison. Anna had just come out of a cataleptic state, so weak she couldn't even move. Nick, who had a kind heart, checked on Anna's condition first, then turned to fetch a glass of water and gently helped her drink it. Realizing the morgue was freezing, he thoughtfully brought clothes to keep her warm. The other two, who had just done something terrible, were drenched in sweat. They had no idea what to do next. Just then they heard a sound from outside. Someone was coming. They guessed it was the attendant. Panicking, they quickly covered Anna with a sheet, then turned off the lights and hid. The attendant pushed another body into the room. By now Anna had regained a bit of strength but could only gasp for air, hoping someone would notice her. But the attendant had headphones on and noticed nothing. She used all her strength to tug the corner of the sheet, but just at that moment, the attendant turned and walked out. Nick rushed to comfort the woman, but Mark stopped him, wanting to talk things through. The three men stepped into the storage room and began arguing. Nick insisted on saving the woman, but the other two, who had committed the crime, wanted to silence her forever. The argument brought everything to a standstill. Their selfishness and morals clashed openly. The vehicle carrying the body became the center of a struggle. When the woman realized their intentions, she was paralyzed with fear. Nick tried to get outside for help, but found the door had been locked by the attendant. Sean searched frantically, before remembering the key was left outside. Nick banged on the door for help in desperation, but was quickly stopped. When it came to fighting, Nick was no match for Mark. She could only take the hits without fighting back. Sean stepped in and separated them, but Nick had already passed out. There was a serious injury at the back of his head. Mark kept apologizing, but he didn't even think about taking her to a doctor. They dragged Nick and Anna into a storage room. Then they split up the tasks. Each started cleaning the blood off the floor. Sean called a co-worker to open the door. Anna tried to call for help, but Mark covered her mouth. When Sean returned again, Nick had already passed away in the hospital storage room from his injuries. Things were spiraling out of control. Sean sat in the corner and broke down in tears. Mark was filled with regret too. Now with their protector gone, it looked like Anna had no chance. At this point they had no choice but to stick to the plan. He told Sean to hang in there. If they broke down now, they'd be spending the rest of their lives behind bars. But Sean said Mark was the one who caused it. That left Mark completely stunned. Seeing Sean hesitating, Mark stepped up and reminded him he was there too. If the truth came out, neither of them would get away. In the end, Sean finally gave in after Mark pressured him. But right then, Anna managed to crawl to the phone and used Nick's phone to make a call. At that moment it was already too late. Just as they were moving Anna away, Nick's phone started ringing again. It was his agent calling. He thought the earlier call for help was just a scam. He cursed a bit, then hung up. Anna's screams echoed through the hallway, but it was late at night and in the basement. No one could hear a thing. And just like that, Anna was taken back to the morgue. Mark went to handle the remains, leaving Sean to tie Anna up with bandages. Anna could tell Sean wasn't all bad, so she tried to talk him out of it, but Sean refused to back down, until Anna told him a shocking truth.